Hi everyone! Today I'm going to show you two of the most common and basic knitting stitches, garter and stockinette. So this is what we will be knitting today. This is the stockinette stitch from the right side. And below you can see the plain garter stitch. So let's see how this looks like from the back. So in the case of the garter stitch, you can see how the pattern is thicker, making these double wave lines. And for the stockinette stitch, the waves are simple and closer together. Before we get started, you will have to cast on a few stitches on your needle. So we're going to start with the garter stitch. The garter stitch is very easy. Basically, all you need to do is to knit every stitch and do this for every row. And that's why in the end the pattern looks the same from both sides. So you insert the needle through the loop, yarn over, and then you pull over to the other side. And then you just need to repeat this over and over again. Maybe now you must think that this is a bit boring, but actually making whole project using garter stitch sometimes is the chosen way for beginners because you can just practice a lot with this stitch until you make no mistakes. So now we have completed our first round. So if you want, you can just extend your work a little bit so that you can start seeing the forming pattern. And don't forget at the beginning and at the end of each round to tug a little bit your yarn so that you have smoother edges. Okay, so as you can see, I've knitted a few more rounds using the garter stitch. So every 2 rows that we knit makes one of these big wavy lines. And now we're going to get started with a stockinette stitch. So this is very easy. For this, what you need to do is knit 1 row. So for 1 complete row, you only make knit stitches, like I'm doing here now. And then for the second row, so when you turn around your work, you will only be working with purl stitches. So 1 row, you knit every stitch, and then the next row, you purl every stitch. And like this, on and on. Because by now you're already familiar with knit stitches, I'm going to fast forward a little bit this process. Okay, so there we go. And now we're going to get started with the second round, which will be made using only purl stitches. If you don't remember well, to purl you have to insert the needle from the back of the loop, and then you have to yarn over and then pull the stitch out. And now I will also speed this up a little bit. Okay, so as you can see, I have already knitted a couple of rows. And now what you need to do is just to continue like this. So you would go on with another row of only knitting your stitches and then another row of only purling your stitches, etc. And you can already see how from the right side you can already see the little V's, and from the back side you can see the waves. So I hope you like this tutorial. For more information you can check happyhealthycrafty.com, or you can also visit my other video tutorials.